Alara lived her life like an open book, or more accurately, an open social media feed. Every fleeting thought, every minor triumph, every embarrassing mishap, it all found its way into her carefully curated, yet utterly transparent, online persona and her daily conversations with her best friend, Maya. She believed in radical honesty, in sharing everything to foster deeper connections. Her philosophy was simple. If you had nothing to hide, you had nothing to fear. Her Instagram stories were a minute-by-minute chronicle of her day. Her private messages with Maya were a confessional booth for every secret dream and insecurity. She thrived on the likes, the comments, the knowing nods from Maya, mistaking validation for genuine connection. She felt seen, understood, and utterly liberated by this constant outpouring of her inner world. To Alara, this was the essence of modern friendship and authentic living. She was the life of every party, the first to volunteer a personal anecdote, always ready to lay bare her soul. Convinced that vulnerability was her superpower, she believed that by sharing her entire self, she was inviting others into a space of complete trust and intimacy. Her life was a vibrant, public tapestry, woven with threads of every emotion and experience, and she wore it proudly for all to see. The idea of holding anything back felt almost dishonest, a betrayal of the very openness she championed. She was so convinced of the purity of her intentions that she overlooked the subtle shifts in how people reacted, the occasional raised eyebrow, or the way some of her more personal stories seemed to circulate just a little too widely, a little too quickly. She brushed off these fleeting moments of discomfort, attributing them to others' shyness or their inability to grasp her enlightened approach to life. Then came the incident that shattered her carefully constructed world. Alara had been grappling with a deeply personal family crisis. Her younger brother was struggling with a serious health issue, and the financial strain was immense. It was a burden she carried silently, until one tearful evening, she confided every raw, painful detail to Maya. She spoke of her parents' despair, her own sleepless nights, the fear that gnawed at her. Maya listened, offering comforting words and a shoulder to cry on, reinforcing Alara's belief in their unbreakable bond. A week later, Alara walked into the office kitchen to grab her morning coffee, only to find a hushed conversation abruptly cease as she entered. She caught snippets. Alara's brother, hospital bills. So sad, isn't it? Her blood ran cold. The details were too specific, too intimate to be a coincidence. Over the next few days, the whispers grew louder, the sympathetic glances more frequent. Colleagues she barely knew offered unsolicited advice or pitying looks. Her private pain had become public spectacle, a topic of water cooler gossip. The humiliation was searing, a burning shame that consumed her. She felt exposed, violated, as if her deepest vulnerability had been paraded for entertainment. The very act of sharing, which she believed would bring solace, had instead brought profound suffering. Devastated and enraged, Alara confronted Maya, her voice trembling with a mixture of hurt and disbelief. Maya, however, remained infuriatingly calm, denying any malicious intent. "I might have mentioned it to Sarah, in passing," she admitted, shrugging. "But only because I was worried about you. And you know how Sarah is. She just can't keep a secret. But see this. You're always so open, Alara. People expect to know what's going on with you." The words were a cruel twist of the knife. Maya wasn't just denying. She was subtly shifting the blame, implying that Alara's own openness was the root cause. Alara felt a profound sense of betrayal, a chasm opening between them. The friendship she had so cherished, built on the foundation of absolute transparency, crumbled into dust. She retreated into herself, deleting her social media accounts, ignoring calls, and avoiding eye contact at work. The vibrant, open Alara vanished, replaced by a guarded, withdrawn shadow. Every interaction felt like an interrogation, every glance a judgment. She felt like a specimen under a microscope, her wounds picked at by curious onlookers. Her work suffered, her focus shattered by the constant anxiety of being watched, discussed, and pitied. The world, which once felt like a welcoming stage, now felt like a hostile arena. In her isolation, Ilara began a painful process of self-reflection. Why had she shared so much? Was it truly for connection, or was it a desperate plea for validation? A fear of being unseen. She started journaling, pouring her thoughts onto paper instead of broadcasting them to the world. She found solace in long solitary walks, in the quiet contemplation of nature. During this period, she found an unexpected confidant in Liam, a quiet, unassuming colleague known for his calm demeanor and insightful observations. Liam didn't pry. He simply listened, offering a quiet presence and occasionally sharing a subtle anecdote about the strength found in guarding one's inner sanctuary. He spoke of the difference between intimacy and exposure, between genuine connection and performative vulnerability. Slowly, Ilara began to understand. She started building boundaries, learning to discern what truly needed to be shared and what was best kept sacred. She learned to listen more than she spoke, to observe rather than to perform. She rediscovered hobbies she had abandoned, finding joy in activities that didn't require an audience. She realized that true strength wasn't in revealing everything, but in knowing what to protect, and that genuine connection was built on mutual respect and understanding, not on a constant stream of personal disclosures. She began to heal, piece by painful piece, rebuilding her sense of self, not as a public spectacle, but as a private, resilient individual. Months passed, and Ilara transformed. She was still warm and friendly, but with a newfound, quiet confidence, a discerning gaze that replaced her former wide-eyed openness. She had rebuilt her life, cultivating a circle of genuine friends who valued her for who she was, not for the stories she told. One afternoon, while waiting for a meeting, Ilara overheard Maya chatting animatedly with another colleague, Sarah. Maya was recounting a scandalous, deeply personal detail about a mutual acquaintance, laughing as she embellished the story. Then, Ilara heard Maya say, almost as an afterthought, "Oh, and remember that story about Ilara's brother? I actually got that from her old Instagram posts. She used to share everything, you know. I just added a few details to make it more interesting for Sarah." The words hit Ilara like a physical blow.